Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Steve from UCAN English Tutoring. In this video, I'm going to assess one of the students' OET letter and provide the word-by-word feedback along with the expected score for this letter. Before we jump onto the assessment, I would like to remind you politely that there are a few membership programs that are available in my YouTube channel. If you would like to become a member, you would be able to use the link that is shared in the description of this video. Alternatively, you can click the join button that is located close to the subscription tab in the video. If you wish to join a member, you are going to get a lot of benefits, including the members only videos where I'll be elaborating the grade A and B letters, the way we need to include the relevant case notes, the ways we have to identify your mistakes, the way we need to transform the notes form in the case notes into the sentence structures and so on. If you are preparing for the IELTS and PT academic examinations, you will be able to receive a lot of tips and tricks in regards to all 4 sections. Let's start the assessment now. Okay, let me go through the first page of the letter. Where is the first page? So that's the first page, right? Isn't it? So that's the date. Okay, so you have written on the date on the top, right? So I'm happy with that. So that's 19 January 2009. Okay, and then you have written on the addressee's contact details. That is Mrs. What's this? Claisidic, right? Claisidic Tideman.
Claudia.
Oh, Claudia Tideman. So it's Claudia Tideman. Okay. All right. Yep. 23 Martha Street, Brisbane. That's fine. Let's go ahead with the next one. So you have provided the salutation. Where is the date? Did you write on the date? Oh yeah, you have written on top. Okay, that's fine. All right, and then dear Mrs. Tideman, that's okay. Comma, and then you have written on the reference details of the patient underneath that. That is regarding Mrs. Elizabeth Charlotte, aged 49. So that's good. I'm happy with that. Let's go through the introduction paragraph now. You have written down, I am writing to update the current health status of Mrs. Elizabeth Charlotte, who requires follow-up care and management after her discharge. That's great. She has been diagnosed with the bronchitis. Perfect. So this introduction paragraph really is well written. So I'm very happy with the way that you have written down, and there are no grammatical mistakes at all. And you were able to write down the spelling for request correctly this time. I think you have been committing some mistakes here, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, good. You have done a good job. I'm very happy with that. Let's go through the next one. Mrs. Charlotte was admitted to hospital on 25 December 2008. Okay, let me ask you the question. So it is all about, okay, it's in the different year. That's okay. So you have used it correctly. Okay, I'm happy with that. If the events are occurring in the same year, we should not write down the year here. We just need to write down only the date, that is 25, and then December. But you have done a good job by including it properly. See, the way you write R, the letter R could have been a bit better because it sounds like D or so, do you know what I mean? So try to, rectify that. All right. 2008 with the complaints of breathing difficulty, that's chest pain, cough, and fatigue. That's good. Her vital parameters were within normal. Okay, within normal. Let's go to the next page. Within normal limits. Okay, that's the second page. Within normal limits at the time of admission. That's perfect. Her chest X-ray revealed the diagnosis for which. Okay, so you have written on this one, bronchodilators. Is that right? Bronchodilators.
Yes, sir. Bronchodilators.
And steam inhalation. What is this? Inhalant, right? Inhalant or what?
Inhalation.
Steam inhalation. Yeah, it's not clear. Okay, after this, isn't it? Anyway, it's okay. Yeah, steam inhalation where prescribed, was prescribed. No. Okay. All right. So you have used 2 things, isn't it? There are 2 kinds of treatments, right? So you should use where prescribed, not was prescribed. That's one mistake. And then the other is for which. Okay, for which need a comma after that. So that's another mistake. So there are a couple of mistakes in this case. Okay, right. Let me go ahead with that. So one is for which, and you haven't placed the comma. So it should be for which. And the comma before that needs to be removed. Okay, you have written on a comma before for, right? So that needs to be removed. All right. And then was prescribed. It should be where, because you have written on two things, isn't it? More than one. So it's going to be where prescribed. All right. That's going to be the correct answer. Okay. Let's go through the next one. Okay. During hospitalization, there should be a comma as well. I think you have been committing the same mistake here. Should be during hospitalization. They need, okay, during hospitalization, you need to place a comma here. Please use a comma here. Okay.
Okay.
All right. During hospitalization, comma. That's good. All right. Let's go ahead with the next one. All right, during hospitalization, she have been. No, it's not she have, because she never ever goes with the have, isn't it?
Okay.
Did you know this or not? She have been, that's
I
not.
know.
She has been. Okay, he, she, it will go only with the has. They will never ever go with the have. No.
But sir, in this case, the conditions were completely recovered at the time of discharge. So
No, what I would like to say is that she never goes with the have. That's what I'm saying. She has been. You can say she has been. That's fine. Have
okay,
never
sir.
ever goes with the she. Only okay. See the way we, okay, I'll send you another video actually, the where I have described the use of nouns and verbs according to the tenses and so on, so that you should be able to read them properly, and then you can follow the same thing. Okay, but this is wrong. And what is the next one? She have been, what is this? Can you tell me this?
Experiencing the same symptoms along with the fever.
Is that experienced or experiencing?
Experiencing.
Experiencing. She has been experiencing. That's correct. That's okay. Good. She has been experiencing. It is ongoing, right? It's good. Okay, but what I would like to say is that you should say she has been experiencing. That is perfect. That is correct. Okay, she has been experiencing the same symptoms along with the fever, and one more X-ray was taken which showed pneumonia. Okay, that's good. All right. Therefore, she has been commenced on paracetamol 650 mg 4 times daily, as well as amoxicillin 500 mg 3 times a day. Right, good. Very happy with that. 5 days ago, her symptoms was not improved. Okay, see this one, when you say symptoms, okay, it's not correct. You can't use a plural noun with this verbs was or is. It's wrong, isn't it? Okay, so one issue is symptoms was. Okay, this is going to be symptoms were. Okay, but again, I think the better way is it is her condition, isn't it? Is that what you want to say? I think that's more appropriate. Her condition was not improved. Is that what you want to say? I think that may be more appropriate. When you read this, let's read it. Okay, 5 days ago, her condition was not improved. No, didn't improve. It should be didn't improve. Okay, did not improve. All right, but when you say her symptoms were not improved, no, shouldn't be the one. Okay, so that's all right. I mean, you can use his symptoms were not improved, but I think in this case, okay, let me write it down. Her symptoms, you can't use symptoms was. I think her condition did not improve. Okay, it's going to be did, and then you have to use not here. Okay, did not improve. Okay, so you have to mention, okay, just a minute, let me write it down fully, otherwise it may be difficult for you to understand. Was not improved. Okay, so did not improve. It will be easy, isn't it? So it's better to use has condition did not improve. The one in the brackets is going to be more appropriate. You have to use this one. Okay. Although one thing is although is an inappropriate phrase to be used here. Okay, and the other thing is it has got spelling mistake. Okay, it should come with the UGH. Okay, but you have written on this. All right, so it's although. Okay, there should be another mistake where you have placed the comma, because although is not a connecting phrase. No, you should remove this. Okay, you should remove this. Vital parameters were within normal limits. Okay, let's say, okay, 5 days ago her symptoms, I mean, you can say her condition did not improve, but in this case although is incorrect. It is better to use however.
Okay, sir.
However, comma, her symptoms did not improve. So this is more appropriate. The one in the bracket is more appropriate than the one here. I have written down this just to know, just to let you know that this is wrong, okay? Because you shouldn't commit the same mistakes again, okay? That's the reason I have shared it here, okay? And then you should say her vital parameters, not just, don't say vital parameters. You can simply say her vital parameters, okay? That is more suitable, all right? Where within, okay, where within normal limits, that's all right. Consequently, comma, she referred, okay? Remember this, double F is wrong.
Okay.
Referred never ever goes with the double F. If you say RE double F E R E D, that's wrong. You should use RE single F single E and then double R E D. This is correct. It's only double R, not double F, okay? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Referred to respiratory therapist, okay? Whenever you need to write down the occupation of a person, you have to use an article before that. So what you should have done is, instead of writing down to respiratory therapist, you should say to a respiratory therapist. Is this clear?
Okay.
You've been losing the control on the use of articles when you move down, okay? That's not good. Okay, she, and again, consequently, she referred to, that's wrong. Okay, she was referred to, that's another issue. Okay, let's say she referred, okay, I will write it down maybe together, sorry. Here, she referred to, okay? So instead of that, what you should have done is, she has been referred to, or she was referred to, okay? She has been referred to, okay? All right, that's okay. All right, or she is referred to, yeah, that's, I mean, any of them should be okay. All right, let's go ahead with the next one. Respiratory therapist, okay. Computer tomography, is it a new sentence or here?
And the computer tomography
Oh,
scan
you have written
was
and, okay, AND, okay, yeah, that's all right. And a computer tomography scan was performed, that's good, which showed plural effusion. Is that effusion? Are you sure that this is correct? This one has correct spelling?
I think so, sir.
Plural effusion. I don't think that it has got double F or so. Okay, diffusion, let's say, you know, it has got only one S. It's not, doesn't have double S. I'm pretty confident it's wrong because there's no word like that. So it should be diffusion with one S only. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right, let's go to the next one. Subsequently, is there a comma after that?
Yes, yes.
Can you please spell the word subsequently?
SU BS EQUENTLY.
UTL, oh, UNTLY. That's all right. Good. That's correct. Subsequently, she underwent thorough synthesis, right? That's the operation, right? It's a kind of procedure, I believe.
Yes.
Initially, her condition is stable and ready to be discharged. Okay, so let's say, is this the current one, or why are you saying, you know, initially? Is it at present?
Yes, sir. Currently.
Then you don't need to say initially, right? Initially means it represents something that happened in the past. Okay, so yeah, you need to be a bit careful, you know, in terms of yeah, you can say presently or currently, you know, something similar to that, currently or at present, you know, or now. You can say even now. Now the condition is stable and ready to be discharged. Okay, and she is ready to be discharged and ready. The problem is the subject, you know, in this sentence is her condition, isn't it? So that's the subject. You are using the same subject for the second part of the sentence as well, that is ready to be discharged. Okay, so this is, again, there's another mistake, I'll tell you that. But and her condition ready to be discharged, can we use this subject here as well? This is wrong, isn't it? So this is absolutely wrong. So you should say and she is ready. Okay, the next one is to be discharged. Again, this is wrong. Why? Whenever you use to be, all right, after that it is going to be the third form of the verb. I mean, to be completed, to be discharged, to be accomplished, to be finished, to be done, to be given, to be undergone, and so on. You can't use the present verb. Okay, you can't say the first form of the verb. That's wrong. So it should be discharged, to be discharged. All right.
Okay, sir.
The way you start writing the letter is absolutely fine. However, once you start writing down towards the middle of the letter, you started losing your control on grammar, and you have been started committing so many mistakes, okay, which is not good. I'm really disappointed, but usually your writing is good in the beginning. You write it down very well. Your introduction paragraph is absolutely a delight for me. I'm really happy with the way that you have started writing down. But over a period of time, you just started losing your control on your letter, and as a result, you commit more mistakes. Okay. Anyway, let's go to the third page. Okay, that's the third page. Okay. As per the discharge plan, Mrs. Charlotte was instructed to take adequate rest, as well as importance of taking medications. No, not this importance. Do you know what is with this important? Okay, what you have done is you have added yes at the end of an adjective to make it what? To make it a noun. But that doesn't make sense, isn't it? I'll tell you what it means. Okay, importance. There is no word like this. There's no word in English. Okay. All right.
Okay,
Okay, I'll tell you what. There are two words. One is important, okay, which is an adjective. All right. And then the other one is importance, which is a noun. Okay, I'm pretty confident that you wanted to write down a noun here, isn't it? Importance of something, isn't it? So this one is incorrect. All right, so you should have used importance of. Okay. All right, taking medications. Okay, let's say as per the discharge plan, you don't need to mention these things. You can reduce the words. Why are you writing down these many words unnecessarily? You can simply say upon discharge. Okay, you can write down whatever you wanted to say. I mean, you don't need to write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. You can make it to do, you can reduce another 3 words by writing upon discharge. Mrs. Charlotte was instructed to take adequate rest, as well as maybe you can say no, instead of saying instructed to here, it's better to say like upon discharge, Mrs. Charlotte was educated to take, or was recommended to take adequate fluids and follow medications. Okay, and adhere to medications. That's it. Do you understand what I mean? So she has been requested or instructed to, and then take adequate rest, as well as you can say follow medication compliance, or you can say and follow medication compliance, or unfollow medications and adhere to medications, something like that. You could have done that. Okay, so let's go to the next one. It is worthy to note that her antibiotics changed to augmentin. No, this is wrong. Why? I'll tell you. See, whenever you write down any sentence, okay, whether it is an active voice or a passive voice, you have to go to the verb, and then you have to see which noun is carrying out this action, okay, this activity. All right, changed. If you see that the antibiotics changed, do you think that the antibiotics can change themselves? No. And only the nurse or the doctor or the pharmacist can prescribe some medications, okay, newly changing the previous ones, right? So this means if you want to write down something like this, you have to use antibiotics were changed to, or are changed to. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so what you have done is, in this case, antibiotics changed to something. Okay, so you should use antibiotics are changed to, or were changed to. You have to use any one of them. I don't know whether it is going to be taken after the discharge. If that's the case, you have to use are, or will be changed to, something like that, any one of them. Okay, and you don't need to use it is worthy to note that. You can simply say please note, please, and then note, and then comma. Only in 2 words you can finish this. You don't need to write too many words. Did you write down the number of words underneath this? From the next time onwards, can you please write down the number of words underneath this letter, so that it will be easy for me to find out whether you have written down the essay, sorry, the letter with the word limit, okay, of 180 to 200 words only. Right, so you don't need to write all these things, okay. All right, augment in 650 mg 2 times daily for 7 days. Then there should be a full stop. Don't use the comma here, because if you use this, it's going to be an incorrect sentence or an incomplete sentence. You can't write down apart from that along with this. Okay, this is wrong. So you should say days, comma, you should say days dot, full stop. Days and then full stop. Okay, days. Apart from that, so instead of writing down this one, apart from that, okay, you can say you have to start in a new sentence because this is incorrect. You have to say apart from that, comma. Okay, that is how you need to write it down. All right, let's go to the next one. Apart from that, she has been. Can you tell me what is this?
She has PFT after 21 days.
Do you know what is my PFT?
No, actually.
You don't know. You don't know the expansion. Okay, it is all right. If you don't know the expansion of something, it is okay to write it down. Otherwise, I would recommend you to expand the abbreviation. Okay. After 21 days. In the case notes, did they use this same phrase, like, after 21 days? Yeah, okay. It's better to change it to the time references. That is in 3 weeks, after 3 weeks. Do you understand? Yeah. These small things can help a lot in order to achieve your design scores. Okay. Yeah. Regular checkup and smoking cessation counseling is beneficial in her condition. Now, you don't need to say in her condition. I mean, are vital. That's okay. You can say regular checkup and smoking cessation counseling are beneficial. Okay, it's not is beneficial. Okay, so is beneficial, you should say are beneficial, because there are two different nouns, okay, which altogether make it a plural noun. Okay, all right, the next one is you said in her condition, right? For her condition, it's going to be for her condition. If the words are too much, if you have already exceeded 200 words, I would recommend you to cut this whole phrase. Okay, in her condition can be removed fully. All right, so that can be removed fully. Otherwise, you have to write down for. I mean, if you still have good word counts, you can go ahead with this one. You can use for her condition. Okay, let's go to the next one. Should you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Yours sincerely, Register Nurse. You can use the Register Nurse. Okay.
Okay.
That's all right. That's not a mistake or so. It's a recommendation only. So I don't consider it as a mistake. Okay. All right. That must be capital R. It must be capital R. Yes. Okay. Go through the assessment now. One is grammar needs to be improved a lot. Because you have been committing a lot of grammatical mistakes, so I would recommend you to avoid this. So particularly what kinds of errors you are committing. Let's go through this. So the nouns and verbs, that's an issue. Apart from that, you don't have problems with other things like, prepositions. I think prepositions are okay. Oh yeah, no, preposition has problems as well. Okay, let's go through this. So these are the ones: use of articles, nouns, verbs, prepositions, nouns, verbs, prepositions needs to be improved. So these are the areas you need to focus on. Okay, needs to be improved. Spelling is another area of concern. Right, spelling is another area of concern. That's because you have been unable to write down these words properly. Okay, punctuation errors, that's another problem. And then, okay, give me a minute. Punctuations need to be used appropriately. So you have been unable to do this. Okay. All right. So that could have been done. All right. overall task fulfillment could have been better by reducing the number of words. So you don't need to write down the words unnecessarily, okay? Because I think it has been crossing 200 plus words unnecessarily. You know, you could have done that. Layout and presentation are okay. They're not that bad. They are fine, okay? Use of a range of sentence structures is okay as well. I'm happy with that, but try to avoid the mistakes, okay, when you have to write down these sentences. All right, so these things are not that good. You need to be very careful. Use of connectivity could have been a bit better because you have used the connecting phrases inappropriately. For example, instead of writing down currently, you have written down initially, okay? So connecting phrases could have been used more appropriately. All right, so that's on one issue with that. And what else? Vocabulary should be improved as well. Vocabulary should be improved as well with the use of more formal words and synonyms. All right, that's what you got to do. Let us go through the relevance of case notes. So we need to identify whether you have included all the relevant case notes or not. Let me quickly go through that, and then I will provide you the score. So that's the one. Okay, let's go through this. So you are writing down this notes. Okay, write the information. Using the information, the case notes, right, related to GP. I had GP. Okay, Mrs. Claudia Tideman, 23 Martha Street. That's fine. Okay, Brisbane for follow-up care. So it is a known case, you know, the GP already knows the patient. So you don't need to include any of the social or the medical background. Okay, you haven't included that. That's good. Today's date is this. Okay, that's all right. And then 25/12/2008. That's okay. You are a nurse working in the Adams International Outlet. Is your patient? That's all right. Elizabeth Charlotte. Okay, age 49 years, marital status, married to Mr. No. All right, social background, lives in a rental flat, income, aged, pension, chronic smoker, 12 years, alcoholic, 15 years. You don't need to mention any of these things. Okay, good. You haven't done that. I'm happy with that. All right, let's go through the next one. So breathing difficulty, you don't need to mention, you know, the ones that occurred in the past. Okay, I mean, apart from this date. So from the time of admission, you have to include. And yeah, it's been this. Okay, 12/25/12. And then again, breathing difficulty, chest path. Oh my God. You don't need to include these things because I'll tell you why. So admission date and today's date. Okay, when is the discharge date? Let me have a look at it. Okay, ready to be discharged on the 19th of January. Okay. All right, let's go through here. 14 January. So he has been hospitalized, isn't it, since that time? He stayed in the hospital, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then it is important. You have to include that because the GP, the general practitioner, doesn't know anything about this. So you have done that. Yep, X-ray is done. Bronchitis, steam inhalation. Okay. Breathing difficulty, chest pain, cough, fatigue, and fever. All right, chest X-ray, pneumonia. Okay. That is okay. Breathing difficulty, chest pain, cough, secretions. Okay. See this one, it's not, it doesn't have double S. Okay. Normal, white, stable. Oh yeah, that's okay. You're using, you know, almost the same words, which is not that good. Instead of saying regular checkup, you could have mentioned, you know, I mean, regular appointments or something, you know, maybe checkups at, I mean, on a regular basis or something, you know, at regular intervals.
Okay.
Quit smoking programs and counseling after 21 days. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. So I'm happy with the way that you have included all the relevant case notes. So all the relevant case nouns were included. Well done. That's a good thing you have done, but you have added unnecessary words. Okay, so those things could have been much better. Let me see the expected score. Scroll through here. So you have committed 19 mistakes, out of which at least 16 of them are the major ones. They are the major mistakes. That's not good. And the other issue is spelling, punctuation marks. Yeah, the word count. It's not good. You've been committing all these mistakes. So looking at the severity of the mistakes, and then the other factors such as the word count and everything, I wouldn't be happy to give you 300 for this letter. I'm pretty confident this letter may be unable to get 300. I can give you perhaps 260 out of 500. Okay, that's what I feel this letter may be able to get. I would strongly recommend you to proofread your letter before you send it out, because you have been losing a lot of marks when you write down these supporting paragraphs. Okay, your writing is absolutely fine as far as the introduction paragraph is concerned. All right, if you can focus a bit more, you should be able to get good score in the writing section. Are you happy with my assessment?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.